And welcome and thanks for joining us for the second half hour of The Factor Uncensored. The book ban debate has turned a page in Georgia. This comes after an investigation into a school district there following a book ban. For the first time ever, the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights has found a ban may have created a hostile environment for students before those books were removed. Now, the usually conservative and activist parents complain the removed books contain sexually explicit and LGBTQ+ related content. Was the ban worth it? Let's bring in our next guest here on The Factor Uncensored. We have authors Dr. Tim Waugh, Jerome Love, and parent Keisha Hunt. So, Dr. Waugh, let's start with you first here on The Factor Uncensored. When you see so many books being banned in school districts and around the country, your thoughts on that?
Well, to begin with, when you're talking about book banning, you're talking about really destroying the concept of having your freedom of speech. You're also breaking into creative and justice that people want to have, and also creative thought. So when you're taking away books and you're offering a ban, well, you're already going back into the days of controlling what people would actually want to think, or especially at the opportunity, at least, to read on certain topics that help you build yourself. So you can kind of come out of a lot of ways of really building on your own, the definition of who you are, and just having that defined point to take it away from you just breaks away from the same thing as quieting you.
And author Jerome Love, are you surprised that more Americans are not more active in this, not outraged? Because we've seen book banning in the past, and historically it has never worked out for those who ban the books. Do you think Americans should be more involved, parents should be more involved, for those who say these books need to be out of the libraries?
Well, I'd say absolutely. When you look at a book is about education. It's to teach. Whose responsibility is it to teach? It's the parent. I think in our society we have become somewhat lazy. We delegate that to the teachers and the school districts, but in many respects, if they don't reflect your morals and your values, the things that they're teaching may be contrary to what you're teaching. So ultimately, it's the role of the parent to educate and be involved in the lives of the students. That's just my personal opinion. So I do think that the parents need to take a more active role.
And Keisha Hunt, as a parent, and of course we know you're a comedian as well, but as a parent, do you think kids are still actually going in that library? And is it the key that if they do go into the library, if they do use the library in this social media, internet, computer age, they should have the right to read whatever they want to?
Like he said, it does have something to do with at home. That starts with at home, with your morals and values. But myself, I go and read children's book. I learned how to read Swahili from a children's book. So a lot of times that banning doesn't do much for the parent itself. Books are very important to a vital installation to who kids are. And I think with the social media age, we ain't gonna be able to stop nothing anyway. You just have to take those controls from your children. It's really up on the parent. Banning books, we need books. We need books on every aspect, whether it's an audio book or a book that you read with your eyes. So I don't think banning books necessarily is a thing to do. It's just upon the parent to ban what their children is reading. They have to control what's going on at home.
And as a member of the LGBTQ+ community, do you find it offensive that any book that addresses that issue has been pulled from the shelves in certain school districts?
I do find it offensive. I have a son. My son is graduating this Saturday, and so we are parents. Sometimes there are two fathers in the home, there are two mothers in the home. Let's educate other children about that as well. I'm not saying it has to be a whole push in the community or in society about the LGBTQ community, but we are here, we do exist. So sometimes if you don't have somebody in your community or in your family or in your friend zone that's somebody like me, a book sometimes can bring about some clarification on who we are and how to be respectable from both ends of the perspective, from my community as well, to a straight community or heterosexual community as well.
Dr. Waugh, are there some books that can go too far? that you would say, well, this doesn't belong on the shelf?
Well, I don't think there are too many books that really are out there. I mean, you still have to go back to one thing.
And mind you, and we all need to make this clear,
Right.
Books are just not put on the shelves of the library.
Right.
There's a committee.
Correct.
And there are librarians who are experts at picking books for children, young people, young adults. And so if something gets through the crack, that's
Right.
just too explicit. But have you heard of anything like that?
No. In fact, you know, if you want to go back to the the type of material that's in even Tom Sawyer or Huckleberry Finn, I mean, that in itself, that takes you back to a time where slavery was going on. So if you want to talk about a book that would actually cause you to really think about, well, what is too explicit or what kind of brings you to a point of, you know, in life that you just don't want, then why not just go after something of that nature instead of just trying to find something that comes out with dealing with, you know, gender or anything with race or anything with diversity. I mean, we just need to start realizing that diversity is going to be the thing that's coming up, and we just need to embrace it.
And in the last 20 seconds we have, Jerome, what would you advise parents out there who are sitting on the sidelines?
Well, I would just encourage them to get involved, understand what the kids are being exposed to, make sure you're clear on where you stand, what your values are, what your morals are. Make sure you instill that in your children, and then outside of that, you got to just trust and believe God, and they're going to make the decisions on their own.
All right, we want to thank you all for joining us here on